As we are winding up the program in the last 15 minutes, let's wind up with the topical discussion we had about Saccos being urged to buy securities, something the Managing Director, National Social Security Fund, Richard Byarugaba, urged them to do, whereby when they collect that money together, instead of this traditional way they have been collecting the money and each week they give one person to take away the money, how about if they could invest that money into Securities Exchange? Why Securities Exchange? Because currently, the state in which the economic activities are quite low in the country, that's about the domestic businesses. And some of these companies which you can buy shares in actually operate multi-regional. You know, for example, MTN of recent, one of the biggest, came across the board. So it's one of the companies I would advise you to get the shares. There is now breweries, yes. So with this incidence, whereby this is income that you can earn passively when you choose to invest in stocks, I think that's a very good idea Byarugaba came up to tell these people to think about, because whereby when you buy stocks, the reason why some of these companies go stock, it's because they want to increase investment opportunities to the local natives, because you can look for, some people have no knowledge where to invest. Yes, you can tell someone, okay, right now you can tell someone, if I gave you 2 million, what would you do for it? And trust me, you can go on the street right now and find that very few people can actually tell you what they can do with that money. It's quite something really interesting. But now, what if you get that money and invest it in a company that knows, because this is the principle, give me your money, I know the market, give me your money, I get something, which is selling, I invest your money into that thing, and then at the end of a certain period of time, as we've agreed in the contract, I'll be paying you a profit, in this case, which is a dividend. It's quite unfortunate that sensitization has been really not so much on a high rise, but we are happy that a lot of things are really changing, with MTN trying to show us the way. Recently, when it floated 20% of its shares to the public, wow, this is really something so amazing. You know, passive income is income which you can earn on part-time basis, because currently they say in Uganda, if you really want to have, if you want to be well off with the current trends, at least you need to have about 7 sources of income. It's not a saying, it's a fact. You need to have at least 7 sources of income, and investing in stocks and shares could be one of the ways you can earn a passive income. And you know, the interesting thing about this income, it's the income you earn without doing anything. The only battle you have to do is actually to look for money and buy a share. Share prices differ. Different companies sell different shares at different prices, and that is largely dependent on how that company is performing, on how the company stocks are trading on the Securities Exchange. The rate at which people are buying those securities is going to determine the rate at which is going to determine the dividend you're going to return back, which I can call a profit. So many of us sometimes will be so green about these things, and maybe we have this perception. Personally, I used to have it, but I got to realize that because at times, let me say, you enter into a deal with this company, and then you decide that maybe every month or every year I'm supposed to earn this, and maybe somehow you walk away knowing that, oh, my money is assured. But in most cases, the market trends can change. They can change, and your dividends are going to depend on how the market forces have been for that company trading in those stocks. So as you're buying these stocks, you buy them with an informed decision, yes, at the Uganda Securities Exchange. Though the capital markets in Uganda have been quite underdeveloped, because one of the reasons many people say, they say the risks that are being associated with putting a company, with making a company go public, even during when we're at the MTN Serena, it's one of the things that we're associated with. Yes, that MTN fine is going in the public, is going public, but it knew that there are risks that are being involved concerning when you make a company go public. One of the most dangerous things is that when people are not informed about that such opportunities exist, it's one of the threats to the companies. The fact that some people think some of these things are not real, they are scams, because they have this talk that how can you earn money when you're just seated, you're not doing anything. And it so happens that in the developed countries, this is really taking a long trend, whereby actually people are earning their money on online businesses and through buying stocks in the stock companies. So the Saccos, because Saccos really contribute quite big. You can find that, for example, the women's Saccos, you find that in 1 week, they can contribute about, let me assume, every week they can raise 300,000. So that's 4 weeks. That's about 1.2, yes. So imagine that 1.2, you take it to the UCE, you buy shares. It can buy quite a certain number of shares for you, and you can actually start to earn a dividend at a particular time. That's depending on the contract you have signed. Yes, why passive income? On top of passive income, it doesn't mean that when you have passive income, you should just leave it. You can think about other things. It doesn't mean that you should buy stocks in only one security company. You can buy stocks in securities in other companies. It doesn't mean you should buy only one company. If you can buy in about 4 companies and you have securities, that can really be a very good start for you in that way, and you earn your passive income. Because where the world is earning right now, there is this talk of, there is a difference between hard work and working smart. And according to the trends, it really calls for someone to go working very smart. Yes, and as we wind up, smart means business. We want to say one thing, that don't forget on Twitter at Smart24TV, Facebook Smart24TV, and you can stream live on YouTube with Smart24TV. At this very point in time, why don't we call it a goodbye?